Hello, my name is Jojo and I'm going to present about my business plan. The name of the business is Boss Suit Network. Executive summary. The product and service of the business are uh, tailoring service which sells bespoke or custom suits, tuxedos, dresses, shirts and blouses. Target customer of the business are businessmen, professionals, wedding grooms, students. Um, of 40,000 US dollar is going to be invested by two investor. Uh, in human resource, there will be five people for suppliers. Stylus Coalition Company Limited and Zinzoni Group are going to be used. For marketing, digital marketing is going to be used. Payback period of the business is 2 years. IRR is 99.164%. Introduction: that tailoring industry is developing in Myanmar since the country is developing very fast, both economically and politically. The product and service of the business are bespoke suits, tuxedos, dresses, shirts, and blouses. The objective of the study is to find out the feasibility of bespoke or custom tailoring business in Rangoon, Myanmar. Type of the business plan is startup business plan. Tools that are used in this business plan are portfolio forces, pastel analysis, competitive analysis, competitive profile metric, and VRIO analysis. In methodology, quantitative method is used. Online survey is used to collect data about potential customers. In-depth interview is used to collect data about suppliers, and social networking is used to collect data about competitors. Sample size is 384 people for the online survey. However, only 134 respondents could be collected because of less access to respondents. Uh, the, the survey is conducted in Rangoon, Myanmar area. Sampling design is non-probability sampling method. The research and data collection instrument online survey with questionnaires, in-depth interview, and social networking. Important survey result from the online survey. First question is, what kind of clothing do you wear for professional purposes such as work, business, meetings? 47% of the respondents wear formal wear. 36% of the respondent wear casual wear, and 14% of the respondent wear traditional wear, which means there is demand for bespoke clothing in Rangoon, Myanmar. Another question is, where do you buy formal wears? 51% of the respondents buy from both a ready-made and tailor-made clothing store. 28% of the respondent buy from a ready-made clothing store, and 20% of the respondent buy from tailor-made clothing store, which means there is demand for bespoke clothing in Rangoon, Myanmar. Third question is, are you willing to buy custom-made clothing for business, wearing, or other purpose within 1 year? 49% of the respondents say maybe, 32% of the respondents say yes, and 18% of the respondents say no, which means there is demand for bespoke clothing in Myanmar. Moreover, the result of online survey include information about pricing, marketing, and demographic. Furthermore, depth interview is done with suppliers, which are Stylus Collection Company Limited, Zanzoni Group, and Master Tailor from Bangkok, Thailand. About products, price, and process of doing business with them is asked. Furthermore, uh, research is done on competitors, websites, and social medias. Industry environmental analysis, pestle analysis. Um, in political, the opportunities are Myanmar, the country is developing rapidly after first democratic election in 2011 and 2015. The country is also leading to democratic transition and opening up for FDI. The threats are having international attention on crisis in Rakhine State and military reserving 25% of seats in parliament. In economic, the opportunities are the country is developing rapidly since 2015, 2012 with a rate of 7.5%. The threats are having high corruption rate uh, and economic decline due to COVID-19 pandemic. In social, the opportunities are consumers are earning and spending more in recent years, and consumers from Myanmar have more trust on products from Thailand, Singapore, Japan, rather than China, which is an opportunity for the researchers' business. The threat is the country is facing with COVID-19 pandemic. In in technology, the opportunity is citizens of Myanmar are using uh, phone and internet rapidly, and 40% of population being highly adapt to technology, and government also spending more in technological development. The threat is a rapid change in technology. In legal, the opportunities are a government welcoming more FDI, foreign direct investment, and making the uh, process of company registration easy, which can be done online. Uh, in environment, the threat is the country faced with a natural disaster frequently, and currently the country is facing with COVID-19 pandemic. Competitor analysis. The competitor of the business are custom tailors from Rangoon, Myanmar, which are Scott& Co, Majestic Custom Tailor, BFC Custom Tailor, and Rangoon Professional Tailors. Their features are being in the market for significant years, having thorough experience and knowledge about the industry, and being well known among celebrities, actors, and actresses. Competitive advantage of the researchers business are having highly experienced and professional suppliers, having thorough knowledge in tailoring, marketing, and business management, and fast turnaround time of the bespoke clothing, 7 to 10 days. In competitive profile metric tool, the key success factors are product quality, price, place, turnaround time, marketing, varieties of designs, market share, and brand popularity. The total weight uh, are for the researchers business, Boss Suit Network is 2.4, for Rangoon Professional Tailor and BFC Custom Tailor is 2.6, and for Majestic Custom Tailor and Scott& Co is 2.7, which means Majestic Custom Tailors and Scott& Co are the market leaders, Rangoon Professional Tailor and BFC are market followers. The reason the researchers business having the lowest number is being in the being a startup business. Therefore, oh, therefore, the researchers business have to focus on to gain more market share and brand popularity. What are five further analysis? The threat of new entrant to the market is moderate because a significant amount of knowledge is needed to do tailoring business, and there are only a few suppliers in Rangoon, Myanmar. A threat of substitute is high because there are many national and international clothing brands which are Hazard, uh, Aero, Hugo Boss, and CNC. Supplier power is moderate because there are only a few suppliers of bespoke clothing in Rangoon, Myanmar. However, there are many suppliers of bespoke clothing in Bangkok, Thailand. The power is moderate because there are few regular customers of custom-made clothing than ready-made clothing in Rangoon, Myanmar. Competitive rivalry is moderate because uh, there are only a few bespoke clothing business in Myanmar. However, the numbers are increasing. VRIO analysis for value. The researcher business is going to sell bespoke clothing for both men and women in Rangoon, Myanmar, which means it creates value and rarity. There are only a few custom tailors in Rangoon, Myanmar, and thorough knowledge is needed to open bespoke tailoring business. Therefore, there is rarity and imitability. Thorough knowledge is needed to do tailoring business, and a process is not easy to learn, and also need high investment to do the tailoring business. Therefore, the imitability of the business is also uh, not easy. In organization, the researchers business have organized management system, process, culture, and structure. However, since being a startup business, the researcher businesses have to learn and grow uh, throughout doing the business. Suppliers, the researcher is going to use two suppliers, primary and secondary. Stylus Collection Company Limited as primary supplier, Zenzoni Group as secondary supplier. Stylus Collection Company Limited supply bespoke clothing to clients from worldwide. Their service package include accepting clothing order from the clients, tailoring or producing the clothing, quality checking and shipping to clients. Their pricing is moderate. Turnaround time is 7 to 10 days for suits and shirts. For Zinzoni Group supply bespoke clothing and clothing fabric to clients from worldwide. Their service package is same as Stylus Collection Company Limited. Um, the pricing is more expensive than Stylus Collection Company Limited. Turnaround time is also longer, 21 days for suits, 7 to 10 days for shirts. Therefore, the researchers choose Stylus Collection Company Limited as primary supplier and Zenzoni Group as secondary supplier. Uh, Moreover, there is another option for supplier, but the researcher didn't choose them, whom are master tailors from Bangkok, Thailand, who cannot communicate well in English, and who also don't provide quality checking and shipping service for the clothing, and they don't also have uh, clothing fabric in stock. Business model converse. The customer segments are businessmen, office workers, professionals from different fields, wedding grooms, and students. Customer relationship is going to be done through social media, website, phone calls, emails, and in person. The channels are a physical store, a website for products and service information. The value propositions are high quality custom made clothing for men and women, short turnaround time, attractive location, reasonable prices, highly experienced tailors and designers. The revenue stream is from selling bespoke suits, tuxedos, shirts, blouses, dresses through physical stores. The key activities include providing high quality custom made clothing service to both men and women. The key resources include highly professional uh, tailors or suppliers from Bangkok, Thailand, and designers. The key partners include suppliers, which are Stylus Collection Company Limited and Zindoni Group, master tailors from Bangkok, Thailand, uh, shopland owner, and courier. The cost structure include marketing expense, store decoration, furniture fixture, air conditioning, website, computer, and more. Marketing STP. Segmentation. uh, Geographic is Rangoon, Myanmar. Demographic, age is uh, 18 years to 55 years. Monthly income is 500 US dollar and above. All genders. In psychographic, professions, businessmen, professionals, wedding groups, and students. Uh, in behavior, uh, occasions which include business meetings, interviews, events, conferences, weddings, and parties. For targeting, differentiated targeting is going to be used, which include target customers include businessmen, professionals, wedding grooms, and students. For positioning, medium and premium quality clothing with luxury brand image with affordable prices. These are photos of the products: suits, tuxedos, shirts, uh, dress, suits, tuxedos, blouse for women. For price, 300 US dollar for suits, tuxedos, dresses, 40 US dollar for shirts and blouses. For place, Jiangxing City, a shopping mall, Rangoon, Myanmar. Promotion, digital marketing is going to be used. The goal of the promotions are brand awareness, engagement, conversion. Uh, uh, for channels, Facebook, Instagram, and Google My Business is going to be used for a paid advertisement. TripAdvisor, uh, LinkedIn, YouTube are going to use for normal advertisement. Moreover, uh, different types of contents are going to be created for different target groups. The marketing budget is 200 US dollar each month, 2400 US dollar for a year. Um, for people, a CEO, marketing, and Asia manager uh, is going to be done by the researcher, a general manager, salesman, and designer, IT and marketing assistant is going to be higher, and also supplier is going to be used. The process is going to be described in operation chapter. The physical evidence is the physical store and bespoke clothing for men and women. Operation plan. Operation process include client making order, taking appointment for final clothing, and doing half of the payment, and salesman taking personal and clothing information from the client, IT staff checking and sending client information to supplier, supplier checking client information and sending it to factory to uh, tailor the clothing, the factory tailoring and producing the clothing, and stuff from supplier uh, doing the quality checking of clothing, packaging, shipping into researchers business, and delivering to customer and taking the final payment. The ownership structure of the business is partnership. The researcher and person A is going to invest in the business, 20,000 US dollar by each. For management plan, decentralized organizational structure is used where the power is shared, uh, experiments are promoted and flexible, and fast respond to change, which is suitable for uh, tailoring business, which include salesman, a designer, and marketers creativity. The employees include uh, CEO, marketing, and Asia manager, which is going to be done by the researcher himself. Uh, General manager, salesman, designer, IT, and marketing assistant. The clothing production is going to be outsourced from suppliers. Financial plan, 25,698 US dollar is going to be needed for initial startup fund. The sales focus of the business for 3 years for bespoke suits, tuxedos, and dresses. In year one, from um, second month, the business is going to grow uh, by 4%. In year two, the business is going to grow by 8%. In year three, the business is going to grow by 10%. For shirts and blouses, the business is going to grow in by 5% in year one, uh, by 10% in year two, and by 10% in year three. The payback period of the business is 2 years. IRR is 99.164%. NPV is 225692 US dollar. Pro forma cash flow for 3 years. In year one, the closing balance is 4558 US dollar. In year two, 44342 US dollar. In year three, 209609 US dollar. Projected income statement for 3 years. The net income is negative in first year. In second year, uh, 37803 US dollar. In third year, 159378 US dollar. Financial ratios. The net profit margin of the business is 0.17. Return on equity is 3.98. Return on asset is 3.4. Thank you very much for listening.